What is going on, guys? Out here on one of my local lakes in Weston. Gonna be going after some panfish, so I'm gonna be throwing around my St. Croix Panfish series rod. It's a 2022 version. Only fished it a handful of times, so I'm gonna try it out a little bit more. And then the lure we are gonna be starting out with is this little Anisoptera from Eurotackle. This is the pink color on a little 1/32 ounce pink jig head. So the water doesn't look great today, but hopefully we can throw this thing around and still get into some bluegills, mine cichlids, maybe a largemouth or two. So let's give it a shot and let's see what happens. All right, so there is a better look at our lure of the day. Really like the Anisoptera from Eurotackle, probably my favorite Eurotackle lure. So we'll fling this on out there. We'll swim it back slowly with some twitches of the rod tip. I mentioned the water here didn't look great. We have all of this, I don't even know what this is here in the water. Throughout different times of the year, there's a lot of algae in the water, but this doesn't look like algae, so I don't know what that is. Maybe, I don't know, pollen or something, but anyway. Don't think it's the best day to be fishing here, but we're gonna make the best of it. Fish on. Felt like a good one. What is that though? Oh, it's a nice little bluegill. Hit really well, but we got our first fish of the day here. All right, first fish of the day, a decently sized bluegill, probably around 8 inches or so. Hit really well. I thought he was actually a lot bigger when he first hit, but I guess that just speaks to the sensitivity of the rod. So nice little fish on the St. Croix Panfish series on the little Anisoptera. We'll get it back and we will keep going. All right, so we got one fish on the bank. Pulled him from right between that pile of probably about 2-3 different sets of lily pads. So on this lake in particular, I really like fishing the openings between the lily pads. I don't really want to risk dropping my lures right in between each individual pile of lily pads just because I'm going to get broken off a lot. But anywhere there's an opening, like right there between 2 different lily pads, the opening is usually, well, open, has a lot of nice clear water where you're not going to get snagged. And then any fish that are within the lily pads, they can see your lure, swim out, and smash it, which is exactly what that guy did there. There we go, fish on. That's a largie, not a monster. Oh, come here. Fish number 2. All right, fish number 2 is this largemouth. It's not necessarily super long, maybe, I don't know, a foot or so, 13 inches, but it's got some weight behind it. It's got a nice big belly on him. So fish 2, nice little largemouth. Let's get it back and let's keep going. Got him. Ooh, that's a nicer one. Don't know what it is, but it is a nicer one. At least it feels nicer. Oh, it's a okay size largie. A little bit bigger than the first one, I think. Alrighty, so let's get the hook out of this guy. There we go. Came here looking for panfish, but we are finding all the largemouths. These guys aren't huge, but this guy's got some really nice colors on him, and also got some weight behind him. not super long, but these guys are pretty fat. So 3 largemouths, 1 bluegill. Not exactly a pan fishing trip, but I will take it. Got him. Another largie. This one seems to be a little bit smaller, but not by much. Getting some good largemouth action today, which I do not mind. But let's flip this guy on up here. Alrighty, another largemouth of a similar size to the last couple. 12, no, probably more than 12, maybe 13, 14 inches. And still fat just like the other ones. So another nice largemouth on the Anisoptera. We'll get it back, and let's try to get some more panfish, because that was really my main goal today. So lots of nice action with the largemouths today. Not necessarily surprised, but this is my go-to panfish lake. Usually has a really nice bluegill population. And if you've been watching my videos for really any extended period of time, you probably know that by now. Any of my videos that have just like some really nice sized bluegills and a large number of them, that video was probably filmed here. But I have noticed this lake is very, I don't know if cyclical is the right word, maybe seasonal is a better word. Obviously in the spring, when the bluegills come in to spawn, the fishing is really nice. Then again, it's really nice in the fall. But in the summer and winter, I don't know where all these jumbo bluegills go. Can't see any in the shallows, so I'm assuming they're out deeper. But I've never been able to find them, at least in any good numbers, outside of the spring and fall, which is a little interesting. But at least the largemouths seem to be around. Oh, there we go, fish on. Little guy. Was it a bluegill? Second bluegill of the day. Alright, so second bluegill of the day. This girl is tiny little bluegill. Hey, basically as soon as this thing hit the water. But at least we're finding some panfish. Now let's hope we can find some more bluegills of a nicer size before the sun sets. Fish on. Oh, that's a nice largie. That is a nice largie. I think he's bigger than the fish that I've caught so far. Oh, that's a nice one. That is a nice one. Couple pounder. Let's try to work him in slowly here. Don't want to break him off. Oh, I broke him off. I totally just jinxed myself. Said I didn't want to break him off, and literally as soon as I finished that sentence, I broke him off. So only had 4-pound test on this, and that guy was, I don't know if he was 4, but he would have been close, probably a 3+ pounder. So that's disappointing, but I think that is going to do it. that is going to do it. Started out trying to catch some bluegills and other panfish. That didn't exactly work out, but we found the largemouths. So I don't know what it is about this time of year, but the bluegills just aren't close to shore. Got 3 nice largemouths on the bank, I think, and 1 little tiny micro largemouth. And then this one that I just lost was a really, really nice one, probably around a 3-pounder, maybe even a little bit more. So that is a little disappointing, but that's going to happen when you're fishing light gear like this. The panfish series, this thing performed pretty well today, handled those medium-sized largemouths well, even though this is a light power. But I think the rod was fine for that last fish, just my line was slightly underpowered, I guess. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Still a little disappointed I lost that fish. Anyway, pretty good action on the Eurotackle Anisoptera, even though we didn't get too many panfish. So hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.